Namaste and welcome to Madhu Srinivas Ideal Channel, and this is your Madhu Srinivas, and today's topic is transportation in plants. Transportation in plants. Before going to the topic, we should know the meaning of transportation. Transportation is nothing but the things which are carried from one place to another place is known as transportation. And here the transportation is of what are should be transported in plants. What are the things should be transported in plants? That is water, minerals, and the food which is synthesized by the leaves. These three should be transported in plants. And there is of two types of transportations, that is short distance transportation and long distance transportation. When coming to the short distance transportation, there will be the diffusion and cytoplasmic streaming. And through the long distance transport is nothing but the things which are food, minerals, and water should be transported to the longest distance is known as a long distance transport. And there will be the vascular tissue will be there, and there the transportation takes place. That means vascular tissue is nothing but the where the xylem and phloem takes place, and it is known as the translocation. And when we talk about the means of transportation, and the means of transportation is of two types, that is passive transport and active transport. The passive transport is nothing but the movement of molecules on liquids, solids from the region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration without the utilization of energy. That means energy means in plants the energy is in the form of ATP. Then that is there is no ATP. No ATP means there is no utilization of energy. When coming to the active transport, there will be ATP and there will be ATP, and the ATP is must. It is also from the lower concentration to the and higher concentration to the lower concentration. And it is I actually told to you that is from the movement of ions or liquids or solids from the higher concentration to the lower concentration. And here it is takes place even against to the concentration gradients. That means higher concentration to lower concentration means, I will give you an example, that is if they are 100 cells, if there are 100 cells out of the cell, and here is no cell, and inner apartment from these 100 cells, the 50 cells are transported to the inner compartment. That means 50% of cell minerals or water is transported to the inner, and from here 50 and here becomes the 50. That means equal gradient, and it is called as the equilibrium state. And that means 50 is transported into the inner compartment and the outer compartment is having the 50 components or the cells. That means first we are having a higher concentration, and after that it is becoming a lower concentration, and it is becoming till the equilibrium state. Okay, this is called as the higher concentration to lower concentration without using any energy. And when coming to here, it can take place even against the concentration gradient. That means if there are 100 cells or 100 mineral cells outside the cell, and 49 are transported to the inner compartment, and 51 are staying in the inner outer cell, outer the inner compartment, and it is known as against the concentration gradient. And passive transport is not sensitive for temperature and inhibitors. And when coming to the active transport, it is a very sensitive to the temperature and the inhibitors. And in passive transport there is of three types. The three types is diffusion, osmosis, and the facultative diffusion. And let us discuss this topic in the other video. Thank you for watching my video.